in this warehouse on 4th Street in Berkeley, where 3rd Street is the train tracks and 1st Street is pretty much the bay. We lived across the street from this incredibly toxic looking ink factory. I know we need ink, but I never want to live across the street from it again. It's those things like that that are gonna fucking kill you.
Great.
And the only thing between us and the train tracks was this empty parking lot. So every day when the train went by, and this is the big California Metro liner, the big train that went up and down the coast 4, 5, 6 times a day and into the night. And when it would go by, the whole building would shake. And when the whistle blew, and then the whistle faded. Yeah, it was the coolest sound I've ever heard. To this day, I don't mind trains. I don't care day or night. It always sounded fine to me. Now, the warehouse itself was this 4-story chimney, like the size of one room straight up. And on the 3rd floor, where we mostly spend most of our time, there's this weird fucking thing on the wall. It was this 6-foot by 6-foot metal grating with all these holes in it, and it sat about 10 feet up the wall, and it was suspended by chains off the wall, so it kind of leaned down over the tops of our heads. And there was a switch below it, and if you turn the switch, it would go click, 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 and then the whole fucking thing would burst into flames. It was like this giant gas-burning 6-foot square fireplace someone thought they should put on the wall 10 feet in the air, hanging down over our heads. Just this wall of flame. Seriously, it was the single most unsafe heating system I have ever seen in my life. I've never seen one anywhere else. I was sure we were all gonna die, but it was really cool when I would come home wasted late at night. I would just sit there turning it on, turning it off, and turning it on, and turning it off. I mean, we survived. And we were in this weird place between childhood and adulthood, and we were supposed to be adults, but they sure as shit weren't paying any money to people to play music back then. Not to us, anyways. We would spend our day rummaging through the used record bins of every store in Berkeley and Oakland and San Francisco. Or we would walk up to the 99-cent store on San Pablo and we would buy these bashed-in boxes of macaroni and cheese, or these dented cans of Progresso soup or Campbell soup, and ramen. A lot of ramen. But those are our days, our nights, and I mean every night. We either went out to play music, or we went somewhere to rehearse to play music, or we went to watch our friends play music, but our nights were wrapped and swaddled and blanketed in volume, in sound of crashing loud guitars and the smash of cymbals and just the loudest sounds. And those are the sounds that carried us from childhood to adulthood, the sounds of volume in these shitty, beat up, amazing little clubs in San Francisco. We would go there every night and we would make the loudest sound we could possibly make. We stomped on pedals and we smashed on cymbals and we tried to make the biggest sound we could, just to see if someone would notice us. And then you did. And somehow you still do. And that will get you from there to here. That shit will get you through. And somehow it did. But there's a girl on a car out in the parking lot. And she said, man, come on, just take a shot. She said, can you see me? Can you see me? And can you see them all walls are tumbling down? Can you see them all walls crumbling down? special thanks